Good Morning Blues is underwritten by Atlanta Center for Cognitive Therapy. Cognitive therapy is a model of treatment for emotional problems occurring in individuals and relationships. Mark Gilson, Ph.D., the center director, is a former fellow and faculty at the center at University of Pennsylvania under Aaron T. Beck, M.D. The center psychologists primarily offer telehealth psychotherapy services online with your computer, tablet, or cell phone. For more information, 404-842-0555 or cognitiveatlanta.com.
You are listening to WRFG Atlanta. WRFG provides a voice for those who have been traditionally denied open access to the broadcast media through the involvement of a broad base of community elements to guarantee that access. In the utilization of the station's facilities and in its programs, the following communities will receive first priority: those who continue to be denied free and open access to the broadcast media, and those who suffer oppression or exploitation based upon class, race, sex, age, creed, sexual orientation, disability, or immigrant status.
Good morning, Blues! WRFG Atlanta.
Good morning, Blues. We'll brighten up your day as you put on your shoes. Yeah, yeah. You know it's got to be the way to wake up each and every day on WRFG in Atlanta. Good morning, Blues.
Good morning, Blues.
Good morning, Blues. This is Tony O'Malley on WRFG Atlanta.
It's Thursday the 16th. It's payday. It's Good Morning Blues Part 2. London to Louisiana, UK Bob here. I think I got over the jet lag. I'm sorry if I was a little hiccupy last week, but I didn't finish my entire tour of Live in London, but I will push those back till later in the show because there's so many great new releases I want to share with you. And to be honest, it's been a drab collection, probably the last 2 months. All the reissues and recollections and rehashes, nothing really fresh lying around on the top. You really have to dig through and reach out, which I do. It's the only way I get to play you something different. So I was very pleased that my efforts pulled up a bunch of new things that don't fit that category and that are worth listening to, that you aren't going to hear day and night on boring commercial radio. So that's the reason that I do this. But I do have some very cool leftovers from shows I was at in London that I just didn't have time for. Of course, I'm going to have to remember what they are at some point between now and then. It'll come to me. Yeah, that's the thing that I found in the last year or two. I don't have any problem with the memory. All the data is still there, okay? The retrieval process, yeah, not so much. But for example, who is it? Zach Schultz gang. Everybody thinks is German. They're Irish. They're very much in tune with Rory Gallagher. The Cosimo Matassa Project, a New Orleans act from and in London, playing in places like Nightjar where we were. Stuff like that. And my great friend ERROL LINTON playing afternoon shows at cafes, which is always great fun in London, 3 till 5. Okay. Then everybody goes home, including the band, have a nap, have a shower, go back out and do an evening show. So we'll get to that later in the program. Right now, I want to knock off some one-offs, some short, sharp, disconnected pieces that are just sitting there going, play me, play me, play me, before we get into some very cool new releases where I'll always play you a couple of spliced tracks, stuff like Boz Scaggs up in Canada, Chambers DESLAURIERS, I'm going to work on pronouncing that, celebrating Chris Farlowe's 85th birthday, who to me is tremendous, just amazing. Roomful of Blues and their 20th album, and the first time with a lady front singer. Tom Hambridge from Nashville, Great new stuff from him. One of my favorite new things I've stumbled across is a duo in Denmark. SAHRA and Hans, you are going to be well surprised with what they've accomplished. And we will get to all of that. But let's start off with a bunch of one-offs. Somebody emailed me and said, Bob, why were you playing this old, the stuff that you called the new Yardbirds, that was Led Zeppelin? And when they went out for the first time on tour under the old name for about a month, I said, well, it was relevant because it was not stuff that was recorded. This was them live before they made an album. I said, and you've got to keep in mind that some of the songs were already created by the band before them. And I couldn't seem to get that across to some people. So let's kick off with 1967, before Led Zeppelin, before the original Yardbirds. Yes, Jimmy Page was on guitar, but Dazed and Confused existed before then. And then you're going to hear some unique one-offs, and I'll catch up with you in just a little bit.
Les Yardbirds, pour la première fois j'attrape une baguette au vol. Dazed and Confused, un morceau des Yardbirds par les Yardbirds.
I'm dazed and confused. Is it stay? Is it go? Give me a clue, 'cause I just want to know. Give me a clue as to where I am at. Feel like a mouse and you act like a cat. Yeah. I'm dazed and confused, I'm hanging on by a thread. I'll be abused, I'll be better off dead. Can't stand teasing, I'm starting to crack. If you're out to get me,
remember, ooh, she's only here for a short time, baby, and then, yeah, she's gonna go back home. Don't let her sweet talking, ooh, blow your
Turn to the left, turn to the right. Tell me, what do you see? Whole lot of folks getting all riled up. Not on one simple thing can they agree. Well, I've been around the world time or two, and I hear the music in the air. Every kind of sound, every kind of groove. People love to dance everywhere. Some songs got fascinating rhythms. Some songs swing, some won't. Some songs got complicated melodies. This one don't. This one don't. Some songs got chords you never heard of. Four to the bar, it's true. Some songs like this one chord will do. Some songs like this one chord will do. Turn to the left, turn to the right. Turn to the left, turn to the right. Tell me, what do you see? Whole lot of folks getting all riled up. Not on one simple thing can they agree. Said I've been around the world a time or two, and I always hear music in the air. Some songs got complicated melodies. This one don't.
Deserve you. Maybe I can learn to turn water into wine. And you know I'd never hurt you. Made a lose sight of my virtue. When I look into your eyes, heaven only knows, but heaven
WRFG, your independent community radio station, welcomes the 2025 Little 5 Points Halloween Festival and Parade on Saturday, October 18th and Sunday, October 19th. The Halloween Parade is on Sunday, and this year will start at noon. The Little 5 Points Halloween Festival and Parade is the biggest and spookiest Halloween celebration in the Southeast. It's a 2-day event featuring more than 100 vendors, plus live music, wrestling, skate ramps, and much, much more. In other words, there'll be plenty for you to sink your teeth into. So come join us for this fun community celebration of diversity, equality, and inclusion. From noon to 7 p.m. on Saturday, October 18th, and again on Sunday, the 19th. The Little 5 Points Halloween Festival and Parade is produced by the Little 5 Points Cultural District. Please go to wrfg.org for a schedule of events, plus information about volunteer opportunities and how you can walk with WRFG.
There's a lion. Lions clubs in Georgia have been active since 1920, supporting a variety of community-based projects. Lions Club's initiatives include food assistance, vision care, youth mentoring, humanitarian, environment, disaster relief, childhood cancer, and diabetes. Local Lions Clubs continue to offer support to individuals and families across the state through volunteer service. For more information about assistance programs, how to volunteer, or provide support, the Lions Club website is georgialions.org, where you can also find your local Lions Club. This has been another public service announcement brought to you by your listener-sponsored and supported community radio station, WRFG 89.3 FM and WRFG.com.
Ever in need, if you're ever in trouble, if you ever find yourself all alone in the dead of night, if that man you've been loving never leaves you for
little disconnected bits and bobs, I wanted to have a little cleanup and get out of the way. The Lucky Strokes from Nashville with a new release with an offbeat shuffle called Whenever You Call. Before that, the Marcus King album I started playing last week. I wanted to put that one in called The Shadows. Before that, the new one from Eric Bibb, quite obviously, a very distinct gentleman and very slick singer, and he writes cool, interesting stuff called This One Don't. That is from an album called One Mississippi that's not out till January, so be warned, you won't find that anywhere. And we kicked off with the Yardbirds, the original Dazed and Confused, but in between all of that, Miss Gloria Barnes. And I haven't been able to find out enough about that. It was a one-off album from, I think, the early 70s that was just out there. And it was a strange scenario. She was a soul R&B vocalist from Harlem. And the album had the Ohio Players on it, right? So she was just an obscure soul sister. I think her name was Tawanda, but Gloria Barnes is what she was known as. There's just not enough information to determine who, what, why, where, or whatever happened to her. And it was discovered by another strange connection. There was a show in England on an obscure radio station, a lightweight local radio station, Radio Stoke, northern UK, and they had Mary Fox's Northern Soul Night. And that's where they put out her first ever release called If I'm Guilty. And the label was called Groovy, but it came out as Tawanda Barnes. Anyway, so that's an oddball thing that I thought I would connect you with. Now, it's very important that I get my facts right. I believe Roomful of Blues have been around for like 60 years, and this is their 20th album, but I was pleasantly surprised with the change that I heard the instant I put it on. They're from Rhode Island, and they've got a new lead singer with a full-on voice who's also from Rhode Island. I guess you've got to keep it in the family. Didi Bastos, Denise is her name, and the first female vocalist to record with Roomful of Blues. What is the name of the album? Because I didn't write it down, you idiots. Gah. I think it's called Stepping Out, because that's one of the titles of the things I'm going to play. Anyway, lots of cool information about this. I don't know how long it's been since the last one, but 14 tracks. And let me tell you, there's a huge range of things in there, but it's what you would expect, and it makes them different from anybody else. I think they still have a bunch of the originals playing in the band. I saw them do a private house show, got to be 20 years ago, somewhere in Gwinnett in a house, and they just squeezed themselves into the front room with a big oval window. I don't remember where I was or why, but they're pretty cool. So have a listen to some clips to give you a flavor of this album.
No more easy living, you better get you a job. All you did for me was make it hard. I'm stepping out of your life, baby. I'm stepping out, baby. I'm stepping up in class. go. Rock it fast, don't move it slow. And we'll see when the band's gonna blow. Hold it, don't move it, now boogie some more. You're a good rockin' daddy. Yeah, you're a good rockin' daddy. Come on, up on your feet. You can't be beat. You're a good rockin' daddy. I know the girls all come and see just what the Sandman brought to me. They stood around with a great big smile. When you did the crazy twist, they all went wild. You're a good rockin' daddy. Yeah, you're a good rockin' daddy. Come on, up on your feet. You can't be beat. You're a good rockin' daddy. I hold you close and I hold you tight. We rock and roll from a left to right. Round and round and around we go. Rest a while and we'll boogie some more. You're a good rockin' daddy. Yeah, you're a good rockin' daddy. Come on, up on your feet. You can't be beat. You're a good rockin' daddy. Now look here, baby, what you gonna do? You got me sighing and crying for you. Why don't you stop it? You ought to stop it. Making me love you like mad and treating me the way you do. I asked you for some money to buy some clothes. You got so mad you started throwing me outdoors. Why don't you stop it? You ought to stop it. Making me love you like mad and treating me the way you do. I quit you right now, but baby, here's the truth. I think about your kisses and I can't turn you loose. Why don't you stop it? You ought to stop it. Making me love you like mad and treating me the way you do. Ah, stop it, baby. You're looking at me and I'm looking at you. The rent man's knocking, what you gonna do? Why don't you stop it? You ought to stop it. Making me love you like mad and treating me the way you do.
Hi, this is Dana Gillespie from London, England. The tell you about the second best way to wake up. Just tune in to UK Bob and his Good Morning Blues show and feel good for 4 hours on WRFG Atlanta.
Hey everybody, it's Eddie 9 Volt. It's Eddie 9 Volt, man, and you're listening to WRFG Atlanta Good Morning Blues with UK Bob. London to Louisiana. Dude plays the best music, man. Tune in, drop out, dig it.
That was Rhode Island's Roomful of Blues. 60 years they've been rocking their 20th album, and the first time with a lady lead singer. And boy, does she really make a difference, I think, but that's just me. Let's keep moving. We're going to calm down. Relaxez-vous. Put the kettle on, make some tea. And if you're real lucky, some cake. I always have cake in the afternoons. It's a thing. Whether I have coffee at 4:30 or 5:30, somewhere around, I've got to have cake with it. So feel free to stretch your toes out. We are going to go to California, then Denmark and Canada, and still stay pretty smooth. So enjoy the ride. We're going to begin with the great Boz Scaggs. I am a huge fan of his. This is an album called Detours, not out yet, but I've got a couple of tracks to blend for you. And the reason that I'm still so into him is his voice just gets better and better and better, especially with jazzy ballads, the soft, quiet stuff. Some people's voices don't work very well at low volume. My wife speaks very quietly. Hers works very well softly, I can assure you. It's the opposite of my home theater system. You got to drive the wattage through them to get the speakers to rock, you know. But yeah, always loved Boz. And by the way, any of you that find yourself having a problem because you happen to have some tickets for Symphony Hall November the 22nd that you don't know what to do with because you can't go, I'm your Huckleberry, because it's her birthday the week before, and that would be such a trip. Meanwhile, let's take you there, and then we're going to talk about a wonderful Danish duo.
I'll be long gone by the time you make up your mind. I gotta make my own way around the kind of misery I find. I'll send you my best of regards and the rest I leave up to your own sense of time. I'm gonna get up, make my life shine. I'm gonna get up, make my life shine. I've made up my mind. To make it shine, I'll be high flying by the time you get around to me. Today's a new day, different from tomorrow, you'll see. Good luck with your past, but it wasn't meant to last, or you might see things differently. Try to think that love's not around. Still it's uncomfortably near. My old heart ain't gaining any ground, because my angel eyes ain't here. Angel eyes that old devil sent, they grow unbearably bright. Need I say that my love's misspent, misspent with angel eyes tonight? So drink up, all you people, order anything you see, and have fun, you happy people. The drink and the laughs on me. Pardon me, but I gotta run. The facts uncommonly clear. I got to find who's now the number one, and why my angel eyes ain't here.
Hello, dudes and dudettes. This is your old buddy Daryl Rhodes. You know, I've sold literally dozens of albums in my career. Traveled all the big cities like Jonesboro, Griffin, Vidalia, been to Vidalia. I have been to Winder, Georgia. I've toured all over. But now I'm really excited because I'm coming back to Atlanta to play in the WRFG First All Alumni Community Session Show on October the 26th at 4 p.m. with my good friends Brene Polikoff and Marvin Jackson. Tickets can be purchased at WRFG.org for $25. This show is sponsored by Outback Bikes, Criminal Records, the Trust for Public Land, Atlanta Mayor's Office for Cultural Affairs, Fulton County Arts and Culture, and Abba-Dabbas. And it's going to be a great time. I want to invite all my friends. I hope the place will sell out. It always does. A small room, great time, original music. I'll have my infamous a-hole detectors for sale, and we'll probably all have some CDs, and I'll have books to sign if you're interested. But I'm just really excited about performing with my friends and hopefully seeing a lot of old friends there. Come and see us October the 26th, 4 p.m., and it's going to be a great time. See you there.
When people talk about you, walk away and let them be. Or be a Christian and drop your drawers, turn the other cheek. I don't give a damn.
Yes, you are indeed driving on the left side of the dial. It's the right place for London to Louisiana every Thursday. Should you want to follow my social media, it's on Instagram, UKBob_WRFG. It also means you get stuck with my mad humor as well. Go to YouTube, UKBob007, and you can replay the radio program along with any special tribute mixes I create, plus interviews. Carry on. The unmistakable voice of the great Boz Scaggs, I'll Be Long Gone and Angel Eyes, both from the album Detour. He's not really detouring, he loves to do the old stuff, and he picked through his favorite standards and put an album out that's just not available yet. I think it's November, end of November. Meanwhile, I promised you a trip to Denmark. This has come up because my mate Chad Strens is an okay guy, other than the fact that he's an Arsenal supporter. Somehow I managed to overlook that. But anyway, he tagged me or I was watching his website. Somehow or another, I tripped over this album by SAHRA da Silva and KNUDSEN. And this couple, not a couple, but they are musicians together, have done something I haven't heard in a long time. And that's put something super quality out there that's focused on just piano and voice and blues and covering old stuff, but with their DNA, with a twist, little rearrangements, little nuances that make it theirs. And let me tell you that this is super cool. So they're both born in Denmark. The reason that she has this exotic name and the exotic hair to go with it, Hans not so much, her father was Portuguese. So that's the answer to that question. Anyway, this is a new album just out in the summer, 12 songs, and you're going to hear some clips blended together. The reason I do that is because there's so many varieties in there, and I don't want to run through 3 or 4 full songs. I don't do that. I want you to go listen to them. And if you like it, you can grab it from them. So hold on while we just breeze through, and you will say to me, Bob, you weren't wrong, and listen to the great quality that they put into this. Her voice is very powerful, whether she uses it or not, which is relevant to what I was talking about, voices and volumes and stuff. She can let loose and put it out there, but doesn't have to. And also, it's kind of stripped down. There's musicians there gently, and there's a couple that are unaccompanied. It's just pure blues duet, which you just don't hear anymore. This was around 15 years ago when it was popular in London, blues duet albums, but it's been a while. So I hope you enjoy this little medley.
What a difference a day made. 24 little hours brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. My yesterday was blue, dear. Today I'm a part of you, dear. My lonely nights are through, dear, since you said you're mine. If my man ain't got no money, and I say go take all of mine, honey, oh, it ain't nobody's business, no. Oh, what we do.
You know, three times 7, it makes me almost 22. It ain't nobody's business
trying to be a vegan. Oh, it ain't nobody's business, no. If I do, and if I go to church on Sunday, and then you see me shimmy down the street the next Monday, oh, it ain't nobody's business, no, but mine if I do. Yes, a good man, a good man, a good man, a good man, a good man is hard to find, 'cause I always wind up with plain nothing. Just when you think that he's your whole world, you look to find him fooling around with some little stupid girl, and then you rage. Oh man, oh how you rage. You'd rather see that fella dead in his grave. Yeah, if your man is nice, take my advice. Hug him in the morning, kiss him late every night, give him plenty of loving and just try to treat him right. 'Cause a good man nowadays sure is hard to find. If your man is nice, take my advice. Go hug him in the morning, kiss him late every night, give him plenty of loving and just try to treat him right. 'Cause a good man these days sure is hard to find. Oh yeah.
My favorite discovery this month, especially on my trip to London, tripping over friends and getting connections is one of the joys of doing this. Anyway, SAHRA da Silva and KNUDSEN. The album's called Back Then, and it's just the two of them, piano and voice, with some gentle accompaniment, and done super well. So highly recommend it. We started with What a Difference a Day Makes, which was actually, if I recall, written by a Mexican lady. So that kind of ties in a little Latino heritage. Ain't nobody's business, and a good man is hard to find. We are going to Canada. Is it Chambers or Chambers DESLAURIERS? You know, the mixture of English and French when you cross the border can get a little intoxicating. I've played these guys before. This is another duo of a more interesting, diverse comparison that you wouldn't see. He looks like something off a Fish Fingers TV ad. I don't know what that's in my mind. Something Captain Birdseye or something like that. She not so much, but they do work together as a great couple, as you are about to hear.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Mark Broussard, and you're listening to WRFG Atlanta, London to Louisiana. Don't be eating them green bananas. Let the kids believe in Santa.
Hi, this is Solomon Burke, and I'm riding the blues train on Radio Free Georgia. Soul sounds, rhythm and blues, everything you want to know about the news. It's on the Soul Train tonight, the Blues Train.
Let me tell you about my girl. Let me tell you about my love. Yeah, her love is one in a million.
Let me tell you about my mind. Let me tell you about my love. His love is one in a million. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh. Yeah. He got movie star looks. He's got that beautiful smile. He gives me tingles, y'all, and drives me crazy and wild. He put a ring on my finger to show me he was serious. Brought me all the way up north for the southern wall.
Well, she's got that fire, the lights of the night. She got a laugh that lifts me and makes everything right. Well, she dances in the rain, oh, so wild and free. And with her every moment is where I wanna be.
When the skies turned dark and the storms did rage, when our hearts felt trapped and we were pacing the cage through every tear and all the pain, I promise you, baby, I love you just the same. Recall those nights we felt so low, lost in a world with nowhere to go. Hand in a hand, we face the flames, and still, baby, I love you just the same. I love you just the same. Hardships try to tear us apart. My love is a work of art. Through sunshine and rain, our song remains forever, baby. I love you just the same. Honey, honey, I love you just the same.
From the album Our Time to Ride, Chambers DESLAURIERS, and I'm going to have to work on practicing the French Canadian. But anyway, that's where we were in Canada. We're coming back down out of Canada with a stop down in, where are we? We're in Colorado for a new act called BABAEAUX and the Peacemakers. Now, why I initially thought, must be something in New Orleans, is the moment you produce the letters EAUX, but I was wrong. Northern Colorado, very interesting sound, something different, something cool to share with you.
When I lay my eyes on you, I'm not sure what I will do. Should I pick you from the fields of laughter ward, sharing sips from a loving cup. Every day, every way, that good loving is here to stay. Believe me, honey, I'll steal your love just like that. I'll steal it, steal your love away. Coming in hot on the tracks, right on time, I like it like that. No need to testify, my love for you grows on the inside. Believe me, honey, I'll steal your love just like that. I'll steal it, steal your love away. I'll steal your love before you give it all away. I'll taste your candy kisses each and every day. I'll bring it in tight and warm up every soul. I'll never think twice about the love that I stole. Believe me, honey, I'll steal your love just like that. I'll steal it, steal your love away.
So we were in Camden Town, and there's 20 venues, 150 restaurants, and you think, oh, you mean we've got to get over to the 100 Club in Oxford Street in the Mecca of shopping? It's only a mile and a half, you could walk it. People just don't realize how many zillion things are all pretty much close together, which is the beautiful thing, and not needing a car whatsoever. So from there, we zipped, because I'm catching up on some things that I missed from last week's tour of London. So just 2 or 3 little things to finish up what we were talking about. Anyway, the Zach Schultz gang had their album release party at the 100 Club in Oxford Street, and it wasn't that far away. So we snuck in there. I also wanted to bring you a little ERROL LINTON, sitting out at Cafe Bohème. A great place to be from 3 till 5 any afternoon. They have superb live music just around coffee time. And finally, we need to honor Shaky Vick, who was 88 this week, still out there blowing the harp and doing at least a monthly band gig. So we're going to roll those 3 things together as they're all London related.
Well, it don't take too much. Really made me wanna fade away. Well, it's one of those towns where you really not stay. Come back and see it. Some other day.
Elevator running slow, and I budging as you take me to the third floor. Elevate me, mama, mama, 5 or 6 stories on down. Well, I don't don't you know everybody tells me you're elevating this woman in town. Elevate me late at night. I want you to elevate me, baby, till you get it right. Well, elevate me, mama. Mama, 5 or 6 stories on down. Well, now don't you know everybody tells me you're the elevating this woman down. Elevator running slow, and I'm pushing as you take me to the 3rd floor. Elevate me, mama. Mama, 5 or 6 stories on down. Well, now don't you know everybody tells me you're elevating this woman down. Elevate me, baby. Mama, 5 or 6 stories on down. Mama, 5 or 6 stories on down. Well, now don't you know everybody tells me you're the elevator in this woman town.
The following is a public affairs bulletin board announcement from WRFG Atlanta, your station for progressive information and handpicked quality music. Are you interested in engaging with metal arts and jewelry making in an inclusive environment? Queer Metalsmiths is a national organization that centers and honors queer and trans jewelers, metalsmiths, and makers by exhibiting their work, providing educational resources, and functioning as a platform for growth and learning. On Saturday, October 18th, from 4 to 8 p.m., Queer Metalsmiths Atlanta chapter is collaborating with the Metal Arts Guild of Georgia for a community open house at the Guild's brand new studio in historic downtown Tucker. Metal arts enthusiasts of all experience levels are welcome. There will be opportunities to socialize, share current projects, network, and build community, plus a sandcasting demonstration by instructor Jay Reddish. Light refreshments will be provided. For more information and to RSVP, the website is tinyurl.com/QMATL. Again, that's Saturday, October 18th from 4 to 8 p.m. at the Metal Arts Guild of Georgia, located at 4204 Railroad Avenue, Tucker, Georgia 30084.
The South Atlantans for Neighborhood Development presents the Ormwood Park Makers Festival on Saturday, October 18th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. The Ormwood Park Makers Festival will feature live music, food vendors, an artist market, and interactive workshops including creating your own kitten with Atlanta artist Catlanta, an introduction to improv with Dad's Garage, learning how to play Dungeons & Dragons with D&D Master Vincent, a wine tasting with 3 Parks Wine Shop, woodworking, gardening, Pilates, and more. The festival will take place along the streets and intersections of Woodland and Delaware Avenues, as well as on the property of the Ormwood Church. For more information on the Ormwood Park Makers Festival and how to register for workshops, The website is ormwoodpark.org. That's ORMEWOOD park.org. This has been another public service announcement brought to you by your listener-sponsored and supported community radio station, WRFG 89.3 FM and WRFG.org.
So happy 88th birthday, Graham Vickery, aka Shaky Vick. His first band was a blues band in 1963. He's still out there blowing the pipes and at least doing a monthly gig, so well done. We pulled a piece there called Elevator Woman. Before that, ERROL LINTON doing Welfare Blues live in London, preceded by the Zach Schultz Gang, Off the Handle, live at the 100 Club. That pretty much wraps up the London trip. So much stuff that I saw and heard, but we have one other major birthday that we need to slide into. The great Chris Farlowe, who I call The Voice. He's 85 this week. He too is still out there bellowing, and you're going to say, okay, we need a reminder. Well, you're going to get a reminder. You're going to hear two things that are almost 60 years apart. You're going to hear the big song that everyone knows him for, just a clip of that, and then you're going to hear him singing just 30 days ago with Van Morrison somewhere in Belfast.
You don't know what's going on. You've been away for far too long. You can't come back. Think you are still mine. You're out of touch, my baby, my old-fashioned baby. I said, baby, 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 you're out of style.
Should crumble and fall, and the mountains should crumble to the sea. I won't crack, 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 crack. Oh, I won't cheer, cheer, fuss and laugh, as my motion stand by me. Stand by me when you're in trouble. I'll be your brother. Stand by me. Good. All right. Stand
the great Chris Farlowe there is 85 this week. Just a month ago on stage with Van Morrison doing Stand By Me, preceded by the one song that everybody knows. But he did tons and lots of blues albums and still travels around Europe with the Hamburg Blues Band. We're going to slip in a new Van Morrison track off his current album, and then we're going to slide back across over to Nashville because Tom Hambridge has a new album called Down the Hatch, where you're going to hear a couple of those before we hit the Rolling Stones and the best bits from the Black and Blue expanded edition that maybe you don't need.
Well, at the sleepless night, I had a kind of dream for sure. When I woke up in the morning, felt like I was coming down to joy. What did I see? What did I hear? When I was coming down, had a brand new story. But I was coming down to joy. Felt so good, gratitude when I was coming down. Something quite profound. Then I cried out loud. I had a brand new story. I was coming down to joy. She was standing there before me when I was coming. When I was coming down, there was something quite profound that I cried out loud. I had a brand new story, so I was coming down to joy. Man, I felt the glory when I was coming down. Mr. Sunshine, peeking in my room, lighting up the morning. Wish I could be like you, smiling down at good folks, up and on their way. For me, it's just another start drinking early day. Hey there, empty bottle from the night before. I don't need reminding, it's time to get some more. The liquor store's got liquor, it's a block away. For me, it's just another start drinking early day. You can get depressed, hung up on gloom and doom, or you can get a beer buzz before the clock strikes noon. Well, there's people on the front lines and workers in the shops, preachers in the churches tending to the flock. As long as I got a whiskey, I think I'll be okay. For me, it's just another start drinking early day. For me, me it's just another and another and another. I start drinking early day. Turned off, the furnace can't seem to shake that cough. My glass is half full, things are looking up. I'm making lemonade. I'm making lemonade. I may be down on my luck, but I ain't giving up. I'm making lemonade. My baby left me this morning, she ain't coming back. My blood pressure rising like a knife in my back. I'm making lemonade. Sit down and make some lemonade. No money in the bank, no gas in my tank. No bills are getting paid today. I'm making lemonade. Pitcher full of water, a couple of cups, a spoonful of sugar, just mixing it up. A table and a chair out on my driveway. 50 cents a glass, just sipping in the shade. I'm making lemonade. I'm making lemonade. I got a half full cup, things are looking up. I'm making lemonade. Oh Lord, I'm making lemonade. Ice cold lemonade. Pitcher full of water, a couple of cups, a spoonful of sugar, just mixing it up. A table and a chair out on my driveway. 50 cents a glass, just sipping in the shade. I'm making lemonade. I'm making lemonade. I got a half full cup, things are looking up. I'm making lemonade. Oh Lord, I'm making lemonade. Ice cold lemonade.
Good morning, blues. This is Marcus Malone on the other side of the Atlantic in jolly London, England. You're listening to my top mate, UK Bob, playing the best of British blues on WRFG Atlanta. What a way to start the day. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah, you're right. This is Little Georgie talking at you from Little Georgie and the Shuffling Hungarians. You are moving and a grooving. You are raising a ruckus and kicking up sand. Right here, right now. From Atlanta, GA to London to Louisiana, you are tuned up and tuned into the Good Morning Blues Show with your host with the most, UK Bob, right here on WRFG 89.3 Radio Free Georgia.
Yes, you are indeed driving on the left side of the dial. It's the right place for London to Louisiana every Thursday. Should you want to follow my social media, it's on Instagram, UKBob_WRFG. It also means you get stuck with my mad humor as well. Go to YouTube, UKBob007, and you can replay the radio program along with any special tribute mixes I create, plus interviews. Carry on. So one of the other things that happened while I was in London was that the Rolling Stones announced this expanded reissue of the 76 collection Black and Blue, which comes out late in November. So it's 5 vinyls and 4 CDs, and a Blu-ray in each with a hardback book and blah, 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 to a poster. You know, the usual padding, but really it's just the remastered album by Steven Wilson, and he's done a bunch of major artists, but I really can't honestly say I can tell you what difference he adds. It just seems like a lot of unnecessary. Okay, so they've twiddled around with a few of the original tracks on the album, but the rest of it is live and TV performances from Earl's Court, and someplace in Paris, and the sound. But mostly the only thing I looked at and said, okay, here's some previously unreleased studio sessions. Ding, 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 warning. They weren't good enough for the album at the time. Maybe there was a reason. But when you add Jeff Beck, Harvey Mandel, and Billy Preston, then you got to give it a listen. Let me do you a flavor and have a little listen as I've got some pieces sewn together so that you know what those bits are, and then maybe save you some dough.
Turn it down. That's Come on,
Your independent community radio station welcomes the 2025 Little Five Points Halloween Festival and Parade on Saturday, October 18th and Sunday, October 19th. The Halloween Parade is on Sunday, and this year will start at noon. The Little Five Points Halloween Festival and Parade is the biggest and spookiest Halloween celebration in the Southeast. It's a 2-day event featuring more than 100 vendors, plus live music, wrestling, skate ramps, and much, much more. In other words, there'll be plenty for you to sink your teeth into. So come join us for this fun community celebration of diversity, equality, and inclusion. From noon to 7 p.m. on Saturday, October 18th, and again on Sunday, the 19th. The Little Five Points Halloween Festival and Parade is produced by the Little Five Points Cultural District. Please go to wrfg.org for a schedule of events, plus information about volunteer opportunities and how you can walk with WRFG.
Seven Onda Natural Foods Market presents its 51st anniversary Neon Night Market on Saturday, November 1st from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at 467 Moreland Ave, Northeast in Atlanta, Georgia.
From longtime cooperative members to the new and curious, all are welcome to this non-ticketed, family-friendly event.
Featuring information on community wellness, on-site food vendors, and more, this celebration highlights the commitment and years of service to the Little Five Points neighborhood and Atlanta area.
You are welcome to wear your brightest glow gear to celebrate 51 years of community wellness and cooperation, Seven Onda style.
For more information, the website is sevenonda.coop. That's SEVANANDA.COOP.
This has been a public service announcement brought to you by your listener-sponsored and supported community radio station, WRFG 89.3 FM and WRFG.org.
Neon lights, shimmering neon lights, and at the fall of night.
For over 40 years, the Arts Exchange has been a vital resource for Atlanta's arts community, working with local artists and community members to create and share cultural traditions. Committed to supporting diverse artistic voices, the Arts Exchange provides multicultural, multidisciplinary, and intergenerational opportunities for learning and creative expression through workshops, exhibits, and community-driven events. To learn more about the programs and initiatives at the Arts Exchange, the website is artsexchange.org. That's artsexchange.org. This has been another public service announcement brought to you by your listener-sponsored and supported community radio station, 89.3 FM and WRFG.org, your station for progressive information and hand-picked quality music.
Sadly, I haven't had time to go through my New Orleans releases, but I will hopefully catch up next week. I have one quick short one for you from Gemini Dragon, a track featuring Linwood Taylor and a song called All Night. Then we're going to steam into Australia because there's a new album out by a lady that's been making albums for 16 years, and I probably still don't pronounce her name right, Orianthe Penny Panagaris, but she just uses her first name. And she's got a new release called Some Kind of Feeling. So you'll hear a couple of tracks from that because she's actually on tour in the US. I think she's like coming up for around 40 years old now, but certainly put out plenty of music in that time. And I may have time to squeeze in an odd, bizarre song from Mark Bolan and T.REX that got released for his birthday while I was in England. It's kind of bluesy, obscure, psychedelic, but that's what he did, right? Check it out.
So much bull dive from the
was only turning my heart colder. When you walked into my world, now you're by my side. All the ghosts are gone, they used to keep me up at night. I guess I'll never understand how I found somebody like you, baby. My world was so black and white, you turned me to colors out of the blues. Because everybody's looking for something, we're all searching for a deeper meaning. Gonna make it through the night just to be right by your side. Cause baby, cause you give me some kind of feeling, some kind of feeling, some kind of feeling, some kind of feeling. You put my heart together with all the broken pieces. Show me the light when I couldn't find a single reason. You took my hand when I was falling in the dark. Thank you for loving me when I was so hard to love. I guess I'll never understand how I found somebody like you, baby. My world was so black and white, you turned me to colors out of the blues. Because everybody's looking for something, we're all searching for a deeper meaning. Gonna make it through the night just to be right by your side. Cause baby, cause you give me some kind of feeling. Myself from breaking down, memories are playing in my mind. I drank too much, ran away from myself. When I saw him kissing somebody else, that felt like the first time. The first time I got the blues. The first time I got the blues. I picked my heart up and I left that
guitarist ORIANTHE from her new album, Some Kind of Feeling, traveling around the US doing her thing. And I didn't realize that she was with Alice Cooper in the band for a while, not sure entirely how long. And she was partner to Richie Sambora for like 5 years. So definitely got her rocky side and seems to be doing rather well with it. That will pretty much wrap us up for this week. And I'm hoping to dig through and find some more Louisiana music, because we definitely didn't have enough of that to go around. But that means I've got to get my ears under the cans and have a better listen to what's going on. So why don't we just close out with the piece I mentioned, a T.REX obscurity that was dug up and released for his birthday. Psychedelically bluesy, as you can imagine. Ta-da!
1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Mistake.